Good morning, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel of astrologer Anil Agarwal. Today, we will be talking about how to tackle a query of a querist when he approaches you. See, as far as I am concerned, I use four comprehensive modules to analyze the query of a querist. The first method is pertain to miscellaneous methods. The miscellaneous methods are, first of all, we take the time of the query and it is converted into a Prashna triangle with taking the three tips A, B, and C, and we take the time and minutes and find out the planet which is influencing the query at the time of Prashna. See, that planet is very important. This is my research that that planet, if we see in the Prashna chart and in the birth chart, they will tell you whether the fructification will take place for that planet or not. The query will also be related to that planet. Supposing they are in 6-8 axis, then the questioner has a problem to which side to go. I remember, when I was studying Jyotish, and I used to do this Prashna triangle, and I told one of my colleagues that if he has a genuine query, then he should let me know. He said yes, he has a genuine query, and I told him not to disclose it. Now I immediately saw the time, and according to the hours and minutes, I converted into the what do you call the planet. The planet came out to be Jupiter. Now, Jupiter at that point of time was in Leo. So I asked him, where is your Jupiter? He said, his Jupiter is in Capricorn. So I told him that there is this, since we are attending a Jyotish class, so it has, and Jupiter has come, so it is definitely pertaining to Jyotish. And, and at your age, you must be thinking of some, you know, expansion in your business because Jupiter is also expansion. So you may be thinking of doing some management course. So you are in a fix whether to take up Jyotish or to take up management. He said, yes, it is. This is the exactly what is happening in my mind. So what point I'm trying to emphasize is that within 2 minutes you can find out by this method what is happening in the mind of the querist. The second is the direction what the native is facing. I'm talking about the four modules, and this is the first module of miscellaneous methods. The direction, the the direction what a person is facing, the natural planets which influence the directions are Sun in the east, then northeast is influenced by Jupiter, then north is influenced by Mercury, west is influenced by Saturn, and south is influenced by Mars, northeast is influenced by Venus. So, and moon is influenced by northwest. So, keeping this into mind, we have on a particular day, on a particular direction, a particular planet is influencing. So, we get two planets, the Nasargic chakra and the Tatlika chakra, and we see what is their relation in the Prashna chart, what is their, are they natural friends, are they natural enemies, so what will be the net effect, and in the Prashna chart how they are placed. So you can answer this. It's a very concrete and a beautiful method which I found. It works amazingly. Then the third is the color of clothes. The other day, a woman, asked me a question, and I asked her what is the dress she is wearing. She said she's wearing maroon and white, and maroon is Rahu, and Rahu was in adverse motion. So I immediately told her that your query is relating to your marriage, and your matrimonial relations are not in a good state of affairs at the moment. She said, yes, exactly. And that is what she wanted to find out. So just on the clothes, what a native is wearing, it tells you that which are the planets which are influencing you. And moon is mind. And moon was afflicted that day. Moon was with uh, Jupiter and Saturn afflicted. And moon connected to retrograde planet is not good. So, and then especially when Saturn and Moon are connected, and when a woman puts a question, it's not good. It is not good at all. It is a negative. So, and then the third is the breath. By the breath, is the longevity of anything. Just by somebody ask you, the company is retrenching the people. Will I have to leave the job or will I be turned out? So immediately by the breath you can find out what is the longevity. If on a particular day, positive days, positive breath is there from the left side, then it is good, and negative days on the right side, then it is good. But negative days are good for negative things. So accordingly, but mind you, gentlemen, what astrology says that whatever possible ways of finding out the query are available, that must be applied by the astrologer. Supposing I am on my desktop, I have access to my laptop, I have access to my desk, but then I have to do the regular procedure, complete procedure. But when I am walking or when I am driving and somebody wants to find out, then you can use that method. As nature says that whatever methods you have at the time of query, you can apply those. If I am on my seat, I have to apply all of them. If I am not on my seat, I am walking, I have to use whatever parameters, whatever Jyotish principles are there to apply that time. I find they are excellent. And the other thing what I have found is that if you put a prashna for any person who is not related to you, the results may not come true. Any person who's not related, say for example, the other day somebody asked me, Manmohan Singh was in the hospital. You can't use the breath. You are not related to him until unless you have the correct date of birth, time, prashna. Prashna you can't raise. Yes, you have the correct time when he is admitted to the hospital. Then you can predict, but you can't predict by your nostril because you are not connected to him. You are not connected to him. So it says that whatever principles are available at the time of query, you have to apply those. If you are walking, if you are connected to the person is with you, he puts a question, then yes, you can apply. You can't apply for somebody puts you a question, will Donald Trump win this election? So Prashna will not work because somebody puts a question at 6 o'clock. The answer is yes. 7 o'clock, somebody puts a question, it is no. So it can, the other person puts a question. So there may be n number of people who can put questions and the answer will not be the same. So it is not applicable. So friends, so the applicability has to be seen. The third we were talking about the breath, the fourth is the leg. We stand on the leg and it is just like the foundation of the house. If your leg is properly placed, then you're standing properly or you're sitting properly. So it depends on which leg the weight is, and accordingly the answer is given. In two cases where the breath was very good and the leg was very good, I had told the querist that he's placed very well in his life, and it is only temporary. Whatever is happening is temporary, but you are very well placed in your life. He agreed. So by the various parameters, now after leg, we can use the Panch Pakshi method. You have 5 pakshis and a ruling bird on a day, and at the time of query the bird which is activated at that point of time, whether it is inimical, friend, and in what state it is. So accordingly you can answer the Panch Pakshi. So the fifth is, we have talked about the color, we have talked about the Panch Pakshi. Then we have to uh, ask him uh, what is the actual question. So by the first letter word, you can also find out which planet is influencing. Then you can ask him a number between 1 to 108, and you can find out the Prashna Lagna, the Prashna Arudha, and you can find out what is in his mind. First, dividing the number, supposing the number is 22, you divide by 9, and 9 twos are 18, so 2 is there. So you add 1 in the quotient. The Gemini becomes the Arudha, and the Navamsha becomes the remainder is 4. So fourth Navamsha in Gemini. So fourth Navamsha is in Gemini is Capricorn. So if the Prashna Lagna is opened, I am talking about a time. Then Prashna Lagna was opened. It was in the 11th house, and 11th house is of friends and acquaintances, and the Navamsha is coming in the sixth. So there is a question, you can say, of some enmity regarding a person. So you can immediately answer like that. So similarly, by dividing by 12, we can get the secret Aurora, and you can find out dividing by 12 and then reaching whatever balance is left in that case. So you have to see what is the quotient and what is the remainder, and accordingly so many it can be used made use of. I can't explain it here, but it is a wonderful method by finding out what is the query in the mind of the querist. Then next is, we have talked about the first letter word, we have talked, then we can use the Andha, Mandha, Madhya, Solushana, the 28 Nakshatra method, and it also gives amazing results. Andha, Mandha, Madhya. Solushana is not good. Solushana, totally refusal. Andha is within 3 days, Mandha is fastest, and Madhya is within 64 days or 30 days. So like that, where it normally works in a query where things are lost, but I've seen in one case I predicted that the person will get some answer within 3 days for his job, and he did get a offer within 3 days, and I told him that it could be a shift within the same company and at a distance. And he told me that he's in US, and sorry, he is in Singapore, and probably he's getting a opportunity in Australia. So I told him to go ahead. So what I'm trying to tell you is that these miscellaneous methods are also amazing. Then then the next is that you can draw a Lagna Chakra. Lagna Chakra is just by drawing a square, and from which direction he moves horizontal, vertical, and accordingly left, from left to right is east, and from right to going down is south, and from south, if he goes in the left direction, then it is the west, and going up is the north, and we will all know which direction depicts what, so you can answer it accordingly. Then you can use the uh, uh, Arud Navamsha Chakra. Arud Navamsha Chakra also gives amazing results. So normally the Navamsha, Arud Navamsha should not fall in Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, and other Navamshas, they have their own significations, and we can give the results accordingly. Then we can also use the Shakun and Omens. So these are about total about 13 methods which I've listed. I will give a link in the video, and we can use about 13 methods, not using, even just by knowing the planetary positions, you can, without opening any chart, you can answer the question. And friends, I have found it gives amazing results. But keep this in mind that if you have access to the computer, you have to use all the methods. But if you don't have access to the computer, even if you use these methods, they'll work out very well. I remember I was in the hospital and somebody asked me, this person is on the ventilator, will he survive or not? So just by the breath, I could tell him that that particular day was very critical, and it did prove like that. So the point is that astrology works very well, applying the exact, placing the square in the square, placing the triangle in the triangle, proper logic and everything. If you apply it, is just wonderful. Now, this was the module one. The module two is talking about the Ashtak Mangala Prashna. Ashtak Mangala Prashna is an amazing technique which is normally used in South, and I found it most wonderful. I learned it, and I whatever predictions I make, they are most amazing. In one case, I predicted just by the number 183. I had predicted that the question is for government raid, and the Leo Lagna was rising. The Lagna Lord was in the 12th house. I said they took away all the jewelry because Mercury debilitated was also there. So no cash has been taken. And since Sun was in the friendly sign, they behaved very well. They did not humiliate you. And since it's a female sign, so female, the raid is on a female. And females were also present at the time of the raid. And the querist was amazing. Whatever I told the querist, and that's what I'm telling you. There are three numbers between. Normally, the process is that you have to have 108 bodies, and you put it on a wooden plank, propitiate the. You have 8 planets here, my dear sir. Rahu and Ketu are treated as one. You propitiate these planets, and then wooden plank, when you are facing towards the east, you have to put this 108 cowries. Pick up one bunch of cowries, keep it on the left, then next bunch in the middle, and the third in the right side. Now, left side is the past, center is the present, and right is the future. And you have to, divide by 8 in all the three cases, and whatever the remainder is, that number is very important. So accordingly, the different numbers, mind you, they are not as per numerology. It's a Vedic numerology, and you please do not confuse this. And there are different numbers are being given different planets, and accordingly you can predict. As per 183, I would predict that 8 is Rahu, and Rahu is 1 is Sun. So Rahu is eclipsing the Sun, and so the whole process has started after the eclipse, and it is also eclipsing the Jupiter. And at the time of the query, both were eclipsed. So you can tell what could have happened. A government raid, obviously, and where is Sun placed in the 8th house? So you can say, obviously. So the Ashtak Mangala Prashna gives you, and we have to calculate the center number again. The center number is the present, so you have to be sure. Supposing the center number here was 8, so you have to calculate, you have to multiply this 8 by 45 and divide by 8, and whatever the number is, then you have to see the two numbers. So that's how it is. And then the Prashna method is amazing. And in Prashna method, you have to use the Yama chart. You have to use the 6 lagnas, the Uday Lagna, Arudha Lagna, Chakra Rashi, Arudha Navamsha Lagna, Pristinga Rashi, and Janama Rashi. So out of these 6, you have to see in how many lagnas there is affliction, and accordingly you can predict. And mind you, friends, the Yama chart is the backbone of Prashna astrology, and it gives amazing results. It's not like the Parashar method, it's totally different. And in the way I do it, in as per the Tamil text, the Mars and Jupiter are not friends; they are enemies. And Sun has only one friend, and that is Jupiter. So like that, there are totally different methods, and I find it giving most amazing results. Then we are talking about the third module is Prashna. By and even in the Ashtak Mangala Prashna, I use the betel leaves. The second method, the second module is also comprising of the betel leaves. So by the betel leaves, by dividing by a particular constant, you get some number, and accordingly the predictions are given. So friends, we have talked about module 1. We have talked about module 1 is miscellaneous methods and omens. Second is the Ashtak Mangala method and the betel leaves. The third is the Prashna method, and totally different. And this is the Tamil classics, as per Tamil classics. And then the Yama chart, and then the Arudha, and the Chatrashi are most important in this. Then next is the birth chart. According to the fourth, this is the fourth module. So why I'm taking the birth chart at the end? Because you see, the time of birth is normally not correct in most of the cases. Even if it is there is a difference of 2-3 minutes, the Varga charts will change and your prediction will go haywire. So what I do is I take the fifth Sukshma Dasha, the Pran Dasha, at the time of Prashna. If the Prashna is genuine, the Sukshma Dasha at the time of Prashna, that must match with the Prana Dasha of the birth chart. Whatever that planet is signifying or for a particular house, it should match with the fifth Prana Dasha in the birth chart. And by subtracting or reducing the time, you can find out the exact time of birth of a person. I have found it giving amazing results. So we start with the birth chart, and normally I am found out from so many astrologers and so many people, how will you start when you a birth chart is given? They straight away go to the lagna. It's totally wrong. When we when what are the 5 elements for? What is panchang for? If you are not using the panchang, then what is the use of panchang? Why not panchang? A person who is born on Monday or Tuesday, he will not have the same fate. It is totally different. I can tell you, if 10 lakh people are there, I can just ask one question and I can answer how many people of them will be rich. Just think of this, and I can do it. In 5 lakh people are there. I'll put one question: how many people are born on Monday? There may be 500 people who will raise their hands, but when I ask them how many people are born in Shukl Paksh, then the number of people will be less. Then this is one parameter. Then you ask about the nakshatra, which are the nakshatras which are making person rich, which is the day, which is the nakshatra. So accordingly, which is the tithi, which are good, and in which tithis moon is strong. So like that, a person born on Monday, as a rule, is rich. Then a person born on positive days. What are the positive days? Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are good. Person born on Saturday, you can just think of yourself. It may not be correct in all the cases because other parameters have also to be seen, but it is just like a person born on Monday or Wednesday. It is one slice of cheese in the burger. Then when the moon is exalted, it is a second slice. Moon is the what do you call? Moon is what? Moon is also the 10th lord, or moon is also the Lagna lord, and he is exalted. So he's very good. Now the slices are being added. And say, for example, a person has Aries Lagna, he's born at night, and in Krishna Paksh. So what happens? The Pakshbal increases if Mars is placed in the 10th house, even if it's debilitated. The Pakshbal is there, the Digbal is there. So even a debilitated Mars will give very good results in the 10th house. And if it is exalted, then number of layers of the cheese in the burger will increase. So that's how. Why should we go to the Lagna first? We have to see the Panchang. And then what about when a woman goes on a family way? Right? The Atma enters from the fifth house. Why should we see the balance of Dasha at birth? Because when she is gone pregnant, the Atma has already entered. So we have to see the fifth house and the Garbhashita planets. People, 99.99999% people just give the horoscope from Lagna, they will start. That is just like the astrologer sitting on the road who charges 50 rupees or 100 rupees. That's not the way. You should apply logic. The fifth house is very important. Fifth house is your Pur Janma Karma. The fifth house related to the Lagna, free will in life. So, and life is just like a pendulum of watch. The watch touches the fifth house, seventh house, ninth house, fifth house, seventh house, ninth house. So, friends, Garbhashita is very important. And then there are 6 planets because Kartikeya is the significator for astrology, and Kartikeya had 6 heads. So, we have 6 main parameters in Prashna and 6 parameters in the birth chart, and those are the MD and AD at birth. They are the prime planets which give you everything, and I've not seen even a single astrologer giving any heed to them. It is most amazing that which are the critical parameters, nobody bothers about them, and there is a set procedure how to see the any maybe any aspect in life. Maybe it is marriage, maybe it is career, maybe it is anything for that purpose. And then you see, say for example, so what we are talking about, the 6 parameters: the MD at birth, the Lagna Lord, the sun and the moon, and the 10th house, because the 10th house is Zenith, it is heaven. So if the 10th house is connected to, as we are talking about the pendulum, if the 10th house is connected to any of the houses where the pendulum touches, it is excellent. Which are the houses where the pendulum touch? The Lagna, 7th house, 5th house, 9th house. So if the 10th Lord is connected to any of them, it is excellent. It is excellent because the 10th Lord is a Kendra, and if it is connected to the Kona, it makes a Rajyog. So whether it is 9th house, Lagna, because Lagna is also treated as a trinal house. So it is excellent. So friends, we are talking about Garbhashita planets, we are talking about the Panchang, then then the fifth house, Lagna, ninth house and fifth from fifth is ninth from ninth. Lagna is seventh from seventh, and what is seventh? Fourth house from fourth house, and 10th house from 10th house. So all the houses are connected. So it is forms an anchor, and in any Horoscope, if it is forming an anchor, the person is placed very well in life and he has very strong, free will in his life. And you can just 2 minutes, you take 2 minutes to find out what is the strength of the horoscope. So if there are no planets in these houses, then the horoscope becomes weak. You know, the planets or the planets of the lords of these houses, they should be placed very well. And what are they can go in Kendra, yes, 10th house. If they can go in 10th or 4th, that also be good. But the rest of the places are not very good. Second house is okay. Yes, we will give. What are the good houses? Lagna, second house, fourth house, fifth house, ninth house, 10th house, 11th house. The rest of the houses are not rated very good. The other thing is, uh, yes, we have talked about this, and supposing now we are talking about the career, which are the parameters? I have a totally different way of doing it. In career, normally what people will do is they will see the D1, D maximum D9 and D10. My dear sir, D3 is the most important chart. It is the Purva Janma Karma chart. How you are deciding the present Janma without seeing the D3 chart? D3 chart is the most important chart for career. D1, D3, D10, D11, D6 of D10, my dear friends. Labhansha, D11, Rudramsha, D11. And then what are the parameters? The MCL of the 10th house. 10th pad for career I'm talking about. 10th pad. Vyavsay Balam, Vyavsay Arud, Vyavsay Sahem, and the transit of Saturn and Jupiter. And then the D6 chart also. The D6 chart also. And D6 of D10 and D6 chart also. Similarly for marriage and the Karka Sun and Saturn for profession. And for business Mercury business and 7th house, and for job 6th house. Dasha of 8th house is not good. It spoils everything. And then the D10 chart, which house is rising in the D10 of D1 and house, the 10th house placed in D10. So all this has to be seen, my dear friends. And then similarly for marriage, uh, the prime planets are the MCL of the 7th house, then the 7th pad, then Shukra Aruna, then dispositor of Venus, then Upapad, then the as per mathematical Navamsha, my dear friends, mathematical Navamsha. You have to see what degrees are rising in the Navamsha and what is the Navamsha. So that has to be seen in the mathematical Navamsha. That will decide how the married life of the person will be. Nobody does this. Nobody does this. So friends, astrology is a very wide and a vast subject. Unless you go in the depth, you will not be able to reach the perfection. So, marriage. So then you have to see the website Sahem, the website Sahem in Navamsha also. Then D12 of D9, D12 of D9, 12 lines of 108, D108 chart. So, friends, this is all. And then the dasha, how the dasha has to be seen. Normally, dasha principles are lead. Jupiter dasha will be primarily be good. It depends if it is a malefic or a benefic, but Jupiter as a benefic planet will give good results. But my way of doing things is different. For Jupiter, a D16 chart will have to be drawn. A chart, Varga Dasha, Varga chart will have to be drawn how the Jupiter Dasha is. And Jupiter Saturn, D19 of D16. It's a very difficult process. No software does it. You have to do the calculations yourself. And then the Dasha has to be seen through the South Indian method. Budkan, Vedkan, Pashkan, Karkan. There are special planets for a particular Dasha Lord, and you have to see accordingly. And that's how and then their transit. That's how you get the results. Then the declination of planets. Nobody does the declination of planets. Why India is suffering? India has completed 72 years of independence. And 72 years of independence, the declination, Sun will be at the declination point, Jupiter will be at the declination point, and Venus will be at the declination point. Venus is Lagna Lord. Venus is combusted. So 72nd year to 73rd year will be the worst year. And we have seen for ourselves what is happening. Jupiter is the 8th and the 11th lord, placed in the 6th house. In case of India, it is not transit, my dear sir. Declination is different. You will have to go through, understand in a book. I can't explain you here. It is exactly at the same longitude and latitude, in the longitude, latitude where the person is born. Okay. In transit, Jupiter may be for everybody, for any longitude, he may be in that sign, but for that person, the same longitude and latitude where he is born, that is declination. And Venus is over Venus, Jupiter is over Jupiter, and Sun over Sun, and Sun is with Saturn, the five planets in the third house. And so, what will happen? So, most of the problems will be related to third house, eighth house, and what do you call sixth house. Lagna, because Venus, and it is also the sixth lord, and the Moon Trigon sign is in the sixth house. So, by immediately on declination, you can immediately say how will be the 72nd year to 73rd year for India. You don't need to say any other thing. Just by declination, you can come to the conclusion. And when in transit, these planets are also influencing these signs, you can see that it becomes all the more, So, friends, so then the Ashtakvarga method, you can apply the Ashtakvarga method, then alternative methods of by Gemini, and then the transit and the cycle of planets. So what does Saturn do in the first cycle, second cycle, third cycle, according to their cycles, and similarly Jupiter, and similarly Rahu and Ketu. Then the transits, and then all combining all the four modules, you can give a wonderful analysis, most comprehensive. My report normally is about 20-22 pages. When I do this, I give a handwritten report, then I write it on the computer and convert it and give them, because my handwriting, maybe people may be able to see it properly or not, but I make a 20-22 pages report. Then the financial capability in the chart, that is very important, because most of the time what the question comes is of the finance, how will be my finance and career. So the finance, for the finance, I have very good methods by looking at the Hindu Lagna, Shri Lagna, Yogi Point, combining all these three with how friendly they are. Where is the Hindu Lagna Lord? Where is the Yogi Point? And where is the Shri Lagna Lord? The Shri Lagna Lord and Hindu Lagna Lord should not be inimical to each other. So it brings disparity in life. So, so friends, astrology is a very wide subject, and you really enjoy when you do all this, that how closely you can reach to predictions. When I do this calculation, I really enjoy it, because whatever I predict normally, self praise is no recommendation, but I'm praising the methods, they work out extremely well. So that's about all, friends. I just wanted to say and share my views on astrology, and all the astrology lovers and students of astrology to learn all these methods. Then they will reach perfection. These methods are not purely on Parashara. Parashara is definitely there, but they are additional parameters by Tamil classics. So, friends, see you in the next video. Bye bye, and thank you for listening to me.